I'd be happy to check availability for another day when we might have morning appointments open.
No, I need it for tomorrow. 2 p.m. is fine.
Great. I'll book your appointment for tomorrow at 2 p.m. Is there anything else you need help with today?
Nah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Hello. Welcome to our channel. My name is Oj, and on this channel, Sophie and I, we build AI voice agents to help you streamline your business operations, book more appointments effortlessly, and help you generate more revenue on autopilot. Now, if you'd like us to go ahead and build custom voice agents like this for your business, go ahead and drop us an email, or if you want, you can book in a call as well, and we'll see if your idea is even feasible and go from there. Now, in today's video, we are going to be building an appointment booking voice agent completely from scratch. So you're welcome to pause the video, follow along. All the resources you're going to need to get started are going to be linked in the description down below. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, let's dive right in. Okay, so for this build, we will start off with RetellAI.com. So go ahead and head over to RetellAI.com. And if you don't have an account already set up, you can just click try for free. In my case, I've already created an account and it takes less than a minute. So you should be able to get that set up very quick and easy. And for this hair salon agent, voice agent, you're going to be starting completely from scratch. And my goal here is for you to be able to follow along, pause where you need to, and just see what I'm doing and try to build it out yourself. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. Click on a single prompt agent. So we just want to keep things simple. So we'll just start with this single prompt agent and we'll say start from blank. Okay, so see a bunch of stuff here. This is a big box for writing the prompt. You can select which AI model you want to use. In my case, I prefer using Claude 3.5 Sonnet as I find it to be a little more conversational and human-like compared to GPT-4o. And we can choose from a bunch of voices here. I'll just go ahead and pick Anthony.
Hello there, I'm Anthony, your helpful guide. How can I make things easier and more convenient for you today?
Sure, we'll go with Anthony. And what I've done is I've already written a prompt ahead of time. So we can just go ahead and reuse this prompt, and I'll also leave a link down below to this entire prompt so you can follow along with me as we go. So I'm just going to copy that whole prompt and paste it in here. I'm going to hit save, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you guys through what's going on in this prompt, right? So I have essentially broken down this prompt into various subsections, and this really helps the AI model understand how it is supposed to operate in a more efficient manner compared to like giving it a bunch of information and having it hallucinating. And so we don't want to risk the AI doing that. So it's always better to create prompts that follow a certain structure. So in this example, we have given it a role. So you are Guilfoy, a phone support assistant to Jen's grooming studio. You'll speak with customers who wish to book grooming appointments over the phone, capture all necessary details to schedule their appointments efficiently. Be conversational in your tone. The time currently is current time. Since we're going to be showing a appointment booking example, we do need access to the time. So the voice agent needs to know what the current time is, and that way it can make those calculations much easily. And then we have a task. So efficiently schedule grooming appointments, answer customer inquiries related to our men's styling services, and provide a welcoming professional experience throughout the call. So specifics about when the business is open, some context about the business, what services are being offered, some additional notes, and then what details you want to collect, so full name, phone number, and we can add the email address as well here. And then desired appointment date and time, And then after collecting the full name and phone number, please store the information in the CRM using the store data in CRM function call. And then verify that the selected appointment time is available and falls within operating hours. Offer alternative time slots if the requested slot is unavailable. And confirm the booking details with the customer before ending the call. So this thingy, if you're confused about why I've written it this way, I'll explain that as we go further into the video. It'll become clear why we have written this in this particular weird sort of way, if you wish. Okay, so, and we can start off with a welcome message. So I can just define a message. So we can just say, hello, welcome to Gents Grooming Studio. Are you looking to book appointment today? Cool. So this can be our starting message. Okay, our changes have been saved. And right now, what you'll notice is we haven't enabled the agent with any specific functionalities. And if you start exploring like what's going on here, you can click add, and we have a bunch of custom functionalities that come pre-built with the Retell. So things like end call, being able to transfer a call to a human, being able to check calendar availability and booking on the calendar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and enable end call. And it's very simple. So all you have to do is just enable that. You don't have to write anything here because these functions, they are pre-made. Retell has already done the heavy lifting behind the scenes. So we can just go ahead and enable this. And the reason why we need to enable this is because if you don't have this, the AI voice agent doesn't know that it should end the call and it will just keep going on forever. So we do need that in here. That way, when the user says bye, it actually knows to end the call. And I can rename the agent here. So we can say Retell Hair Salon Agents. Cool. So you have that saved. And we can actually go ahead and test this out really quick.
Hello, welcome to Gents Grooming Studio. Are you looking to book an appointment today?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. I'd be happy to help you schedule an appointment. Could you please tell me your full name to get started?
Wait, what services do you offer?
Of course, we offer the following services: haircuts, beard trims, shaves, hair styling, hair coloring, grooming treatments. Which service would you be interested in booking today?
I'm not interested, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for considering Gents Grooming Studio. Have a great rest of your day.
So as we saw there, it's kind of hallucinating a little bit on the services. I don't know why. But that's really part of building the voice agent to kind of test having more conversation flows and seeing how it responds, and then going back and adjusting the prompt to just say it and communicate that to the customer in a certain way. So what we can say here is sound human-like when listing the services, and sometimes prompting can just be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be super complicated. So we can go ahead and save that, and I'm not gonna run through it again just yet, because the goal of this video, I want to show how to actually set up the appointment booking system with cal.com. Because the reason why we're using Retell is Retell has made it so simple to integrate with a calendar and have a built-in integration with cal.com. Because before Retell, this used to be very difficult, and it would require a lot of custom coding logic and a lot of back and forth with the API and checking calendar availability and time zones and all of that. So Retell has made it super simple. All you have to do is click add, and then you click on check calendar availability. So everything is pre-built for us. We don't have to do anything here, except what we need to do is we need to go to cal.com and just gonna go to app. I already have an account. If you don't have an account, just go ahead and set one up real quick. I'm just gonna create a new events, and I'll say Jen's Grooming Studio appointment. Okay. We'll make it 45 minutes, or we can make it 60 minutes. Why not? Hit continue. So now we have an event. The next thing, if you look here, we need an API key and we need an event type ID. So we can go back to Retell, and it may feel a little confusing at first, but we're gonna go find it in settings. And before we go into settings, I'm just gonna make this a in-person meeting. Okay. And gonna go to settings and gonna go to API keys right here. Click on API keys, and then go ahead and delete this one, and I'll just add a new one. So let's say Retell Hair Salon. We can make it never expire. That's totally fine. Hit save, and this will give us an API key. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit copy here and paste, and then we're also going to need the event type ID. So I'm just gonna open that in a tab, go to app and Grooming Studio, and the event type ID is just going to be this one in the URL. So you just want to copy this little number here, 6 or 7 digit number, copy this, go back to RetellAI and just paste it in here, and we can set our time zone. So I'm not in Los Angeles, so the closest time zone for me would be America/New York, and just hit save. Cool. So we have a check calendar availability function enabled. Now we'll add the book on the calendar function as well. So I'm just gonna paste the event type ID again. It's gonna be the same calendar, so we can just paste the same things over. I'll grab the API key and paste that in here as well. And we're gonna change the time zone again to New York. Make sure there's an underscore here, because that's the way Retell likes it apparently. So just hit save here, and now we have a few functions here. So we now are able to end the call. We're able to go look into the calendar for when we have availability, and we can actually book an appointment to the calendar. Now, to make this seem more real, what I'll do is I'll go to my calendar, and let's go. No, not this one. I'll go to my Flow Helix calendar, and as we have written in the prompts that we're only available from Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some busy hours in here. So from 9 to 10, I'll say I'm busy. Okay. And just gonna add one more, I suppose. 3 p.m. to 4:30, I'll say busy. Okay. All right. So, okay, looks good. Now let's go ahead and run this test once again. Okay.
Hello, welcome to Jen's Grooming Studio. Are you looking to book an appointment today?
Yeah, I am.
Great. I'd be happy to help you schedule an appointment. Could you please tell me your full name to get started?
Sure, but I quickly want to know, do you offer hair colorings as well?
Yes, absolutely. We offer a full range of services including hair coloring, along with haircuts, beard trims, shaves, styling, and various grooming treatments. Now, shall we get started with booking your appointment? Could you please share your full name?
Yeah, let's do it. My full name is Michael Jackson.
Thanks, Michael. And could I get your phone number, please?
Sure, it's 123-456-789.
Thanks, Michael. Now I'll need your email address to send you the appointment confirmation. Could you please share that with me?
Yes, it's michaeljackson@gmail.com.
Perfect, thank you. What date and time would you prefer for your appointment? Just to let you know, we're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Can we do tomorrow?
I'll check tomorrow's availability for you right away. Yes, we have several openings tomorrow. We have availability between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m., between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. What time would work best for you?
Can we do 12:30?
I'll book that appointment for you right away for tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Great. I've confirmed your appointment for tomorrow, Monday, February 10th at 12:30 p.m. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly at michaeljackson@gmail.com. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Michael. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Have a great rest of your day.
Perfect. So we were able to actually book in an appointment here at 12:30, and it was able to correctly identify that we only have availability from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. I wonder why it did not pick up that we actually have availability from 11 a.m. So again, like, these things are not perfect, and sometimes it does require going in a little bit and figuring out what's going on. Again, it did not pick up on the fact that we're only busy from 3 until 4:30 p.m. So yeah, again, this type of stuff will require a little bit more debugging. So, but again, this is a great start, right? We should not aim for perfection right from the get-go. It's more important to learn how these things work, and then we can continue to improve and optimize based on what we notice in our testing. Okay. All right. So we're able to successfully book an appointment. Now, as a bonus for this video, I also wanted to show you how we can store that data in the CRM, and which is why I wrote about this custom function call called store data in CRM. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a custom function, and we'll call this exactly what we wrote here. So we'll say store data in CRM. And we'll give it a description of collect the user's full name, phone number, and email, and then store that in for CRM. Okay. So it's asking for a URL, and the URL is essentially a webhook. So it's just a URL that we're going to ping with this data of the full name, the phone number, and the email, and then we're just gonna go ahead and save that in like a Google Sheets or an Airtable database. Okay. So right now I'm here on make.com. Make.com makes it super easy to integrate like Retell with our database and be able to like collect the data that's coming in, be able to massage it in a certain way, manipulate it in a certain way, and then we're able to store that in the database. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and show you a simple example, but in future videos we're gonna keep going more and more complex. Okay, so just go ahead and click on create a new scenario, and in here you're gonna want to click on webhooks, or if you don't see it here, you can just search webhooks, and in webhooks we want to create a custom webhook. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a new webhook. I'm gonna call it Jen's grooming webhook. Just gonna hit save, and it's gonna generate a URL that looks something like this: hook.us1.make.com. So what you want to do is copy this address just copy this address, go back to RetellAI, paste this in. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have to define what this data actually looks like. So Retell actually has a very specific structure in which we want to pass that data onto make.com. So to make it really simple, they've provided us with examples, which is fantastic, right? So you can click on these examples and you can start seeing like what what is the required data structure. And if this looks scary, just pause this video for a second and just try to break this down, right? Like what's going on. So the type is an object. This always stays the same, so we never have to change this. Then we have some properties here, and then each property has a name, and then inside of that property, so this is how JSON objects are made, these JSON structures. So they're essentially nested within each other, right? So the appointment available is of type string, and it has a description. And then once we get out of that nest of this properties, so if you look here, this here is being opened, then another nest is being opened, then this one is being closed, and then this one is being closed. So properties are done. Now outside of the properties, we have a required field. So we're letting Retell know that we need this data no matter what, right? Like this is essentially to prevent the AI model hallucinating. So just makes things more robust and just perform better in real time, right? So I'm actually not going to use this example. Let's click on example 2. So again, we'll see like very similar sort of a data structure, right? So this stays consistent. Then we have a properties. And then inside of there, now we start having like a different one, right? Before we had appointments available, and now we have a city. So I'm just going to go ahead and start modifying this for our needs, okay? So we have a full name, which is going to be of type string, and the description is going to be full name of the user. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this whole thing. I'm going to add a comma here and go to the next line. I'm going to paste it again. Now instead of full name, we have a phone number. And again, make sure you add underscores, because we cannot have spaces as the keys here. Okay. So it needs to look kind of like this. You can even write it like this: phone, capital number, whatever is easier to understand. But make sure you don't have spaces in here, because that will break your code. And then full name, and we'll say instead of full name, phone number of the user. And then we're gonna copy this again. And then instead of phone number, this time we're collecting the email. Yeah, so we have email, address of the user, okay? And we require full name, add a comma, and one more, phone number, email, okay? So start noticing these patterns, right? Like all these variables are inside of quotes, and then there's a comma. Yeah, and if you see any errors here, you can just always hit format JSON, and it will make sure that the errors are automatically fixed. If you do run into any errors, just paste, hit Command A, Control A, copy this whole thing, go to ChatGPT, and ask ChatGPT, I'm seeing an error in my JSON schema. Can you identify what's going on, and just ask it to fix it. So usually you're probably going to be missing a comma, or you're going to be missing like a quotes, or these curly braces. So ChatGPT will be able to help you out very easily. Okay. And speak during it. Yeah, we want to make sure this happens during the call, so we can actually store this data into our CRM during call. I'm gonna hit save here, and next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Airtable and go to all workspaces, and I'm gonna hit create here. I just like Airtable better than Google Sheets. It just looks better, more sexier. So we're gonna call it RetellAI hair salon. Retell hair salon. Okay, we're gonna call this table, rename table, and we'll just call it customers. Okay. And we have a name. I'm gonna rename this to, where's rename? Edit field, yeah. Instead of email, we'll call this phone number. And we could change this to, sure, there's a phone number field here. So just hit save. We don't want assignee for now. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that. Delete this as well. So add a new field. Call it email. And there's an email field as well here. So create field, and boom, we should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and delete these rows. So we'll start off completely from fresh. Okay. And when we go back to make.com, make sure you turn this on. This seems to be running. So, okay. It's not saved yet. So just hit save. Scenario saved. And we can name this Retell Hair Salon. Retell Hair Salon. Collect user data and store it in Airtable. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is just gonna click here, and this should be really simple. So I think we'll just need an Airtable, and we'll just say create record. And let's see, so we're not seeing the base that we want here. So I'm gonna make a new connection. You can click add here, and we can do it with a lot. So we can call this Retell Hair Salon connection. Hit save, and it'll take you to this little web page. Click on add a base and find the one we're looking for. So Retell Hair Salon, and just hit grant access. Cool. So we have established the connection. Retell Hair Salon. Table is going to be customers, and then the name, phone number, and email. So we're going to be grabbing this data from here. In order to do that, let me disconnect these pieces. So I just hit unlink there. We can reconnect it back, right, by dragging this little thingy. So yeah, I'm gonna unlink this again. I'm gonna make sure it's running all the time, make sure it's saved, and I'm just gonna let it run once. Okay, and we're gonna go here, and okay, let's try this. Actually, no.
Hello, welcome to
No, hang on. Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you how it works on the chat, because it's just easier to visualize what's going on here. So we'll just say, why is it not? Okay, yeah. It should start off like this because we've defined that it should begin with a defined starting message. So, looking to book an appointment today, I'm gonna say yes. And this chat interface makes it so easy to test, so you don't have to keep talking to the voice agent all the time. Could you please tell me your full name to get started? Say Mike James, whatever. Just made that name up. Can I get your phone number as well? So I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Thanks. And what's your email address? And say, oh my God, Jack Sutton at gmail.com. It's James we're in. Whatever. Doesn't matter, but I like to keep things specific, so you can actually follow along and try to keep it as close as possible to a real world use case. Okay. So as soon as I hit send, you'll notice something interesting happen. Okay. So we were able to invoke this function call, right? As we have defined in the prompt. So after collecting the full name, phone number, please store the information in CRM using the store data in CRM function call. So I think I made a mistake here. I forgot to mention email, so it's not gonna, I think it's not gonna collect the email, but let's see. Yeah, full name. Oh, okay, it did collect the email. So I think that's because in here we specified that the email is required, so that makes sense. So, and we can update the prompt here as well. This prompt defines when this function should be called, and this function call defines what data should be collected from the conversation. Okay. Now, if we go to make.com, that automation which we ran, it worked successfully. And if you click on args, you can see all this data was successfully passed through to make.com. Now, all we need to do is we just need to collect this, and we can say why is it not? Okay, let me delete this. Let's remake this module. So I'm gonna say create a record. Sometimes, yeah, make can get a little buggy. When you don't see your variable show up, you can just restart again. It's not a big deal. Just reuse the connection that we made. We don't need to go out and make a new connection again. So I'm gonna hit select the right base, which is Retell Hair Salon. And then customers, which is the table that we created in customers. And then name, yeah, we're gonna grab the name here. We're gonna grab the phone number and then the email. Cool. So we have successfully mapped the data coming in from Retell into how it should be stored in our CRM. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna hit save here. And we don't need to run it again because now we have it running all the time. So every time a new request comes in, this is automatically going to run. So I'm just going to hit save changes and go back, and we'll be able to see the execution running here. So now I'm going to do a fresh demo. Okay, just going to clear this out, and let's start off with talking to the agent. So I'm just gonna hit test here.
Hello, welcome to Gents Grooming Studio. Are you looking to book an appointment today?
Yeah, I am.
Great, I'd be happy to help you schedule an appointment. Could you please tell me your full name to get started?
Sure, it's LeBron James.
Thanks, LeBron. Could I get your phone number as well?
Yes, it's 541-908-9449.
Thanks. And what's your email address?
It's lebronjames@gmail.com.
I'll need your complete email address. Could you please confirm if it's lebronjames@gmail.com?
Yep, that's it.
Perfect. Let me store your information in our system. Hey LeBron, are you still there?
Yep.
I'd be happy to help you find a convenient time for your appointment. Just let me know what day and time works best for you.
Yeah, I want to book something in for tomorrow.
I'll help you check what times are available tomorrow. Let me take a look at our schedule. I can see we have a few openings tomorrow. We have slots available between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Would any of those times work for you?
What about 10:30? Can you do 10:30?
I apologize, but I don't see a 10:30 a.m. slot available for tomorrow. The only times we have open are between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m.
How about
Would you like... I apologize, but we don't have an 11 a.m. slot available tomorrow either. Let me be clear about what times we do have available tomorrow. Between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Would either of these time slots work better for you? If tomorrow morning was your preference, I'd be happy to check availability for another day when we might have morning appointments open.
No, I need it for tomorrow. 2 p.m. is fine.
Great. I'll book your appointment for tomorrow at 2 p.m. Is there anything else you need help with today?
Nah, that's it. That's pretty much it.
Thanks for booking with Gents Grooming Studio, LeBron. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Have a great rest of your day.
Cool. So we were able to store the user information in the CRM. We're able to book an appointment. I think it's still a little buggy with checking the calendar availability. So I'm going to have to go ahead and do a little bit of digging into why that is the case. But we're getting close. Like this, you see how easy it was to set this whole thing up in 35 minutes. So that's pretty insane, right? So, yep. If you have any more questions about building these types of AI voice agents, or if you want to implement a voice agent like this inside of your business, don't hesitate to leave a comment or drop us an email, or if you want to book in a quick 15-minute call, and we can, learn more about what your business does and see if we're a good fit to work together.